You might have been thinking about walking in authority wrong the entire time. Let me explain. Deuteronomy 28:13 says, "And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee to this day, to observe and to do them." God promises that we are the head, that we are superior, that we are seated in authority in the highest places and never underneath. But notice it says, if you obey the commands, meaning we have to obey in order for us to be seated in those highly places of authority. If you don't obey or submit to his commands, then you're not submitted unto the most highest authority. So how is it exactly that you can walk in this authority? I feel like I said authority too much. We all know and love the story. Exodus 4 verses 2-4 says, "And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand." Above all, most importantly, what you should take notice is that Moses obeyed God's command. If he didn't obey, none of that would have happened. From casting it to the ground, from it being a serpent, none of it would have happened if he hadn't obeyed. But the second most important thing is that Moses grabbed the serpent by its tail and it became a rod. Him grabbing the tail means complete dominion over the serpent and also dominion over, his rod, his staff. After all, this rod is what displays God's glory, God's strength, God's power, God's authority. For even God said unto Moses and Aaron that they would be gods to Pharaoh, meaning they would walk in authority in God's place. And we even see this chain of authority again when God speaks to Moses, for Moses to speak to Aaron, for Aaron to be his mouthpiece. And not only that, but he used what was the head of the snake, which is the top end of the rod, to display God's authority, power, strength, might. When we are the head, we have authority, we have power. We have strength. We have everything that comes from God. We even see Jesus talking about this parallel in the Gospels when he says, you have the power to trample over serpents and scorpions. You have complete dominion over them. Authority. But we have to remember, this kind of authority, the parting of the Red Sea, that power that comes from God that we can display, only comes through obedience, guys. It literally only comes through obedience. That's the most important part. That's key. But of course, not only does it require obedience, it requires an immense amount of faith and a lot of different things that we'll cover in future videos.